Hello and welcome once again to my channel. My name is Evans, and today we're gonna be having a lecture on employee record management system with React Frontend and Python and Django for the backend. So in our last lectures or our previous lectures, we've been able to write our serializers.py, and then we've also created our view sets, to add new employee. So on our view set we can list employee, we can create new employee, we can retrieve, we can update, and we can also destroy to delete. And then we did the same thing for the department. We can add a new department, update a department, list all the departments, retrieve a particular department, and destroy a department as well. The same with the skill view set. We can add new skill, query existing skills, retrieve, updates, and also destroy. However, in our models, which is our database, we have much more than that. So we have employee details. Okay, so this has been taken care of on our view sets. Then we have let's see, department. Also, we've written the view sets, we've done for skill, we didn't do for training, and we didn't do for employee skill, and yeah. So when we are done with this other three, I believe you will have the skill and the competency to do for the remaining two. So now in the third lecture, in our third lectures in this series, we created different components, for our front end. So we created our about.js component, we created create.js, home.js, navbar.js, navi.txt, and service.js. I'm going to explain all these things once again. So these are our React components, to display our front end. And about.js is a JavaScript file, same as create.js because it ends with .jx, and then home.jx, navbar.jx, but we have navi. Navi.txt it's our navbar. So we are creating the navbar, so that we can navigate from one menu to the other. And instead of using .js extension, we are using .txs. This is a TypeScript extension. So TypeScript is just a superscript of JavaScript. It means all JavaScript code can go on TypeScript, but with TypeScript you can add other functionalities. So any JavaScript code is also a valid TypeScript code. However, with TypeScript you can add more functionalities. So it doesn't matter if you call this navi.js, if you make it a JavaScript file or you make it a TypeScript file, it's still gonna work. And then you can also create something like this. I'm gonna create a new file. I'll call it department.jxx. So this is for JavaScript and XML. So this is also gonna work, and this is like a React file, a React component file, JXX. So React uses .jxx, which is an acronym for JavaScript and XML. So it doesn't matter if you're using JS, JXS, or dot what is it called, TXX. So they're all gonna work. But with this you can add more functionalities to your code. And then with this JavaScript and XML, you can combine HTML and JavaScript code in the same file. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna design our interface, and then I'm gonna create a component. I'll call it login, because I want users to be able to log into our application and also to create their account. So I'm gonna create a new file. I'll call it login. I'm just gonna use .jx. So before you can log in, you should be able to register on the platform. So I'm gonna create a new one, and then I'll call it new file. I'll call it register.jx. So we have login.jx, we have register.jx, we have department, create.js. This is gonna be for creating a new employee file, add. So I'll go to my create.js and I'll say add new employee, and then just copy this code to make it faster. I'm gonna go to my login.jx. I'm gonna paste it, and then this I'll change it to login, and then I'm gonna say login to your account. And then login, I'm gonna export it. I'll call it this login. So now our login component is ready. The next thing you need to do is to add it to our app.js, our router, so that we can navigate to this page. So I will save all the changes, and then my server is already running. I'm just gonna go and see what's happening now. So for now, we have home, we have about, we have create, we have services, we have video. So our login is not showing here. Now what you need to do, go to app.js, and then you have to import your login components. So you import it at the top, and I'm gonna say import. The name of the function is login. So I'll go to login.js. This is it, login. This is what we are exporting. So you have to import what you exported. So the name is login, and then import login from open a quote dot /component /login. And then I'm just gonna do this. So I've imported my login component. Now the next thing I need to do is in my routes, I will come in here, type route, just exactly what you did here, and then paths. So I want it to be just call my path login. You can call this whatever you want, login or whatever. You can just call it. It doesn't matter what you call it, anything you want, but I'm just gonna call it login. And then the element is gonna be, so element equals you open curly brace and then greater than sign, then the element is login. This login that we imported here, this login, so now you put a / and then greater than sign, and then / greater than sign. That's it. So now if we now have to go to our nav bar, because we don't have it here. We only created the route. So we've created our route, our URL. So wherever we call this, is gonna go to this login page. Now the next thing you need to do is to go to your navi.txx. I think it's navi we are using, although we have navbar.js and navi.tsx. I'm gonna check what we used here, what we use between these two. So we have navi2, and then I'm gonna say the imports. This is it. Import navi2 from components / navi. So we use navi.cxss. So go to my navbar, and then you remember what we did here, where we added various navbar icon. So I'm just gonna copy any one of them, any of the blocks, list items, and then give a space, and then I'll paste it. So here I'll say login. This is gonna be login, link to login. If you go to our app.js, this is it. This is where I have the login form. This login, not this, but this one. So link to, it should link to login, and then selected should also be login. Now the next thing you need to do is list item icon. The icon, what icon do we want to use? Remember, we're using Material UI to design our user interface. So I'm gonna go to Material UI library and search for an icon to use. So I'll open my web browser and Material UI is already open, and then I'll go to I'm just gonna type, just come to this start menu or get started or whatever. You can search for anything here. So I'm just gonna type icon in there, icon, and press enter. So yeah, this is not it. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna search again, click on search, and then Material UI icons. This is it, just click on it. If it doesn't work for you, just take note of this URL. Take note of this URL. Let me copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it. You can pause the video and then type out this URL. It's gonna take you to Material UI icon library. So now in here I'll click on whatever you want to search on. So I want to see the icons I have for login, and then press enter. So yeah, I have this. I can pick whatever I want. I'm gonna pick this, and then this is the code. Just click on it to copy the code, and then go to your VS Code, and then go to your top bar where you have all your imports, and then place it here. And then you've imported it, so now you have to copy this login icon. And this is not the first lectures in this tutorial series. We have about 8 lectures, and before you use Material UI icon, you have to install the library, so you can't just jump from the beginning and understand what we're doing. If you've not been following along, I suggest you start from the first video, and so you wouldn't get lost. Now I'll go to this is the login nav item that we're creating. So list item icon, I'm gonna change this miscellaneous service icon to login icon, and then the primary text will be login, and then every other thing remains the same. So go to file and click on save all, and then go to my web browser, and then I'm gonna view my it has not refreshed. Let me see. Yeah, this is it. It took time to refresh, but yeah, it is now login. So if I click on it now, this is it. It has taken me to my login page. Log into your account, and then I have my address by login. So my video and my services have the same icon, so I will change it. So I'll go back to Material UI library, close this, and then in here I'm just gonna type video. So I'm gonna type in video, and I have some icons now. So I'm gonna let me choose this, and then I'll copy the code. I'll go to my VS Code, and then I'm gonna paste it, I'm gonna import it here at the top, and then copy this featured video icon. Now go to the video section. This is a video, and so I'm gonna change this icon to featured video icon. Then I'm gonna save all, click on save all, and then you can, once it finishes compiling, it's gonna update, So now this is linking to a video, but we don't need to use href, and just copy this to make it faster, and you paste it in here, and then link to is gonna be register. If you go to the app.js, you're gonna see it. This is where we used it, register. You copy this, go to Navi, and then you paste it in here, and then you paste this as well in here, and then I'm gonna click on file and save all. So I'll go and check it out, you know. So this is it. I have register, I have login. If I click on register now, it's gonna go to the register page, login page. So let's proceed to design our login page, you know. So today we're gonna design login and register page. On our next lectures, we're gonna design the remaining of the pages, and then we will now start connecting the front end with the back end to register, login, you know, conditionally hide, you know, this login button once a user is logged in. So if the user is authenticated, this login button is not gonna show, you know. We will also create an edit record, you know, stuff like that, you know, page, and if the user is logging, edit will show, but if not login, edit will not show. So we'll also conditionally render create. You must be logging for you to see this create icon, you know, and stuff like that. So now, like you know, we're using Material UI for our UI. However, when we start building our bigger application, which is a learning management system, we're not gonna use Material UI. We're gonna use plain HTML, CSS, you know, and we will build our UI component from scratch, you know. So I'm doing this just to introduce you to a few concepts, and for you to also know, you know, what Material UI is. Actually, Material UI is one of the most, you know, it's one of the most popular UI components in React.js. So aside from Material UI, we have Material UI, we have Ant Design, we have React Bootstrap, we have Tailwind CSS, and, you know, others, you know. But Material UI is very popular. You know, you can use any of these to create your user interface. However, you can also use HTML, you know, and CSS, you know, to create custom interfaces, you know. So I love doing this because it gives me 100% control, you know. But Material UI is also very popular, and a lot of organizations use Material UI. Ultimately, whether you use Material UI and design, React Bootstrap, or Tailwind CSS, they all compile to HTML and CSS. Now let's go to our login.js. We need to design this page. Now I could write straight up HTML code in here. I can, you know, come and say div is for division, div, you know, I can say input type, just input type equals text, input type equals text. Then I'm gonna say login, enter your email, This is plain HTML, you know, but this is not gonna work in React. So if you want to do this with React, you could say I'll open a div tag. Now type input type, I'm gonna say text, placeholder equals enter your email. Now this is gonna work. So in React, tags are self-closing. So I didn't have to close it using another input here, a forward slash and an input. Just like this is gonna work. So this is plain HTML and this is React. So I'm gonna delete this. Now I wrote plain HTML to display a text input field, but we're gonna use, instead of doing this, we're gonna use material UI, which is gonna be simpler for you. And so let me click on file and save all. My login.js. So I'm gonna go to my login.js. So this is it. This is it. Enter your email. So this is a text box where you can enter your email. So here we go. Now, but I'm not gonna be writing HTML code. So what we're gonna do is go to material UI library, close this, and then in here, components, just look for text field. This is it, text field. Now, so we have, this is outline, this is field, and this is standard. So depends on what you want to use. Maybe these are the codes. So we have for outline, we have for variants, and then we have for standard. So you can, on this interface now, you can try to play with this code to see how it works. So you can just click on copy code, or just copy any of the one that you need. So let me use the first one, which is outline. Just copy this. Now, when you copy, go to your code, and I'm gonna paste it here. Now, this is not gonna work because you need to import this. I wouldn't type the imports at the top, whether I'll show you how to get it so you can do this on your own. Now go back. Now you see they wrote the code for you, but there is nowhere that it was imported. So one way to get it is just to click on this icon, edit in sandbox. Just click on it, and then when you click on it, the entire code is gonna show. So this is it. This is the entire code. So just copy this, import text field from material UI text field. Just copy this and then come to the top of your page and paste it. So this is it. Now, label outlined. You need to change this to this is login page. So I'm gonna say enter your email. So we want to log in with email. However, you can also log in with maybe what is it called, username. So I'll go to file, click on save all, and then I'll go to my page, and then here we go, login. So this is it, enter your email. Now the next field we need is a password field where the user can enter their password as well. So the same thing, what you need to do is simply copy this code, you paste it. So this is gonna be, I'm gonna say enter your password. Now you need to add a field called type. Say type equals quotes password to make it a password field so that the characters will not show. So every other thing is the same aside from, changing the label and the type. So I'm gonna go to File, Save All, and then I'll go to my web browser to see. So this is it. Enter your password. So email and password, and then the next icon we need is a button to submit. So go to Material UI. Like I said, I can write the HTML code straight up, but I'm teaching you how to build UI faster, and some organization that you may want to work with may require you to know Material UI, so you can add Material UI to your resume. So this is a button. Go to component, you'll see button, click on it, and then you're gonna see button variants. So we have text button, we have contained, we have outlined. So I will use this contained. Now this is the code, this is it, contained. Copy it, open your VS Code, and then I will paste it on the next line. Just paste it, and then you need to import button as well, because if you don't import it, you're gonna have an error. So this is it, the code is gonna be the same. Just copy this and paste it. What you need to change here is button, and then copy this button and paste it as well. But like I said, if you go to Material UI and if you click on this open in code sandbox, you're gonna see the complete code, where you can see all the imports that was made. So here it is. So import button from, this is it. So now change the text, change this to submit or login if you want. Go to File, click on Save All, and then you go to your web browser. So this is it, login. Now you can move this down to the next line. You can also leave it here. However, we definitely need a space between our enter your email, enter your password, and login. Now there are different ways of adding space. You can use Material UI grid system. You can use inline CSS if you want. So I'm just gonna go with inline CSS. Now come to this one. So now type style equals open double curly brace, and then you type margin right, I'm gonna say 16px. You can increase this size or you can reduce it, and then I'm gonna do the same for the other icon as well, just to make it faster. I'm just gonna copy my style. You can put it wherever you want, and then that's all. That's all. I don't need to put it on this button because the button is the last icon. So go to File, Save All, and then you can go to your web browser and check it out. So this is it. So we have some margin now, and then I can decide to put margin at the top as well. So we have margin right, margin bottom, margin top, wherever we want. Now you can add the margin top on these icons, but if you have to do that, then you have to add it here, you have to add it on this, and then you also have to add it on this. So the easiest way to do it is to add a margin top on this div, this division. So yeah, just the same thing. You type style, and then equals. You open two curly braces, and then you say margin top, colon, quotes. I'm just gonna make it 20px. Yeah, so my div is gonna have a margin top of 20px. Go to file and click on save all, and then you can see it now. So this is it. We have a margin top. So for login page, this is sufficient. Now on our login page, we can have something like create accounts and forgot password. So we're gonna have those texts. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another div to hold those elements. So I'm gonna say div. Yeah, now this is just gonna be a text. So I'm gonna put in a small tag. I will say small forgot password. Yeah, so when you put it in a small tag, the write-up will be very small. So this is straight up HTML. Now click on file and save all, and then check it out. So this is it, forgot password. And then you can also use H1, H2, H3, H4 tag, stuff like this. H1 forgot password, it could be H2. So it's gonna be bigger. H3. Click on file, save all, and then go to your web browser. So you see H1 is the biggest, H2, H3 gets smaller. So you can do all of that, but I'm gonna remove this and rather I'll use my small tag. And then the next one I want to do is register an account. So I can just use this small tag, register your account. Go to file, click on save all, and then here it is. So it doesn't look good. I can move it to the next line. So to move it to the next line, you can use a paragraph tag P, and then you need to move this P, and then you close the P, and then file, save all. And let me put margin top on this so it will be a little bit separated from the button, because let me see, yeah, this is it, forgot password, register your account. I can move this down a little bit, so I can put margin bottom on this one. If I put margin bottom, it's gonna push this one down, but if I put margin top here, it's gonna also push this div down. So let me put it here. So the same thing we did, style, open a quotes, margin top. I'm just gonna say 16px. So I put it on the div and then click on file and save all. I go to my browser, so it's a little bit down now, so it's okay. You can design yours however you want. So the next thing we need to do is to link forgot password and also register your account. For now, we've not created any component for forgot password, but we have our component for register your account. So we can link this, so when you click on this, it goes to register, it goes to this register page, So how are we gonna do it? We've been doing it. I'm gonna show you. Now if you go to your Navi, you will see in these buttons, in these icons, we created links. This is exactly how to link it as well. So on our Navi, this is where we created this link. So when you click on this button, it takes you to this services page. Now what did we do here? We imported link. We have a lot of imports. I'm just gonna look for it to show you. Yeah, this is where we imported it. So if you don't import link and use location, it's not gonna work. So just copy this and then go to login.js and then paste it in here at the top. That's the first thing you need to do. And then the next thing you need to do, what we did on our navi.txt, this here, copy this function, constant location equals use location, and then constant path equals location dot path name. So we've already implemented it. I'm just showing you how to get, reuse your code, or we have to find what you need to do from something that you've already done. So you can copy this and then go to your login.js, and then in here you can paste it. Let's just click on file and save all first, and then the next thing that you need to do, go to your navi.txt. So once you paste it, it's gonna show you this link is defined but never used. Parties assigned a value but never used. We've not used it. It's not an error. It's just telling us that we never used it. Now this is what we did here. Just copy it and then go to your login. Now to link this is similar to this but not exactly the same. So now what we need to do is let me revert back. So we have small password, so let me break it down. Let me move this down. So inside our small tag, open a tag, say link to equals quotes / not about. This component is register. I made a mistake. Let's just continue. I'm gonna rectify it. Register. I'm just gonna leave it here first, and then enclose this forgot password inside the link tag. Link to equals register. So this is sufficient. Just delete all of this. So yeah, go to file and save all. So you open a small tag and then you type link to equals register and forgot password. Now we have to change this to register your account, and then this is gonna be forgot password, since we don't have a link for it yet. Forgot password. So once we create the forgot password component and the view sets, we're also gonna link it. So it's this simple, small tag, puts everything in a small tag, and then enclose your text inside the link to register. How do we get this register? If you go to our app.js, you're gonna see register. This is the path. So now I'm gonna go to my login, just click on file and click on save all, and then go to the web browser and then login. So you see register your account has been highlighted. Once you click on it, it takes you to this register page. So it's as easy as that. Now I think our login page is complete for now. As we keep on building, we can make it, a little bit more beautiful. Now persistent drawer, we need to change this right up, and you can do that. If you go to your navi.txt, you're gonna see where is written persistent drawer. Yeah, this is it. So I'm gonna change it to React and Python employee app. I'll go to file and click on save all. Now the next page we want to create is register.js. We want to create this page. Now it's saying path is assigned a value but never used. So we can go to our login.js and delete our path. It's not needed. This is not needed, and this is not also needed for now. It's not needed for now. Go to file, save all. Use location is also not needed for now. Go to file, save all. So now we need to design our interface for register, and so I'm gonna open register.js. Now what do we need? We need first name, last name, and let me check the database models. We don't have any model for username, and we don't have any model for user, where users can register. Well, we're just gonna design the interface for register first, and then later we will create the database table, because what we have here is just to register an employee, but then who is going to register the employee? The staff. So the staff need to create their accounts on the platform to be able to create a new employee. So that's what we're gonna do. Just where we created employee details, to capture the employee information, we need to create a database table for the staff to also register on the platform, which we haven't done. But then I will go ahead and design the page. So on our next lecture, we're gonna create the database and migrate the changes. So we need first name, surname, and then I'm just gonna make it simple, first name, surname, username, password, confirm password, and stuff like that. So what do we need? We need a text field. So what we're gonna do, let's just copy, since we've already added some text field here and there on this. What I'm going to do, copy the entire code for your login.js, so it's gonna make our development faster. Copy everything. Just copy this code from here, where we have our text inputs, and stuff. Just copy it, go to register.js, and then paste it here. So now we have for our register account, we have the first one is enter your email. So yeah, they should have their email. Then let's duplicate this. Let's capture their first name, the employee first name, not the employee, the staff. How do I put it here? The employee is also a staff. Let me say the admin. So this is gonna be your admin registering on the system. For example, the HR need to register their login credentials, so that they will be able to compute the information of other employees. So let's say enter your email, enter your first name, and then this is fine. I'm just gonna say, so this we're just creating login details. login details for the staff. Enter your last name. So the employee as well, if we go to our models.py, the employees, all employees are gonna be registered using this employee details, whether the HRO, the CEO, or whoever will have to be registered on this database. However, we need to create a new model so that the HRO or whoever is in charge of this application can log in and create record for other employees. So that is what this register page is gonna do, to create your basic login details. Now we have email, first name, last name, and then I need a username as well. I need username, so I will duplicate this, and then I'm gonna say enter your username. Yeah, and then what else do we need? We don't even need first name and last name, because on the employee details model we already captured all of this, but I'm just gonna leave it like this. So to create an account, we just need, in fact, let me remove it. I'm gonna take it off. First name, last name is gonna go off. First name and last name needs to go off, because in here, models.py, go to employee details. This employee details, we've already captured the first name, middle name, and last name. So whenever the super admin creates the first account for the HRO, and then the HRO can now come to this register page to create only their username and password. So when you enter your email, the application will query the database to see if a user exists with this same email. And then if the user also have an HRO admin rights, before they will be able to create a username and password. So now enter your email, enter your username, enter your password. Yeah, this is sufficient, and we'll say register. So I'm gonna click on file and save all, and then I'll go to my web browser and check it out. So it's saying button is defined, text field is not defined. Now on our login we imported button and text field, so I'm just gonna copy these imports, go to your register.js, and then I'm gonna paste it here. Let's see if we have any other error. Go to file, save all. We should have an error with the link. So go back to login.js, and then you have to import this register.js, and then paste it here. Click on file and save all, and then we can go to our web browser, register. So we have enter your email, enter your username, enter your password, and click on register. Now we'll do it in a way that when you enter your email, your username, and your password, if you have HRO admin rights before, you can create your login details. If you don't have HRO rights, it's not gonna work. And then this link, create your account. We don't need this. We don't need register your account, because we are already in register your account page, so we don't need this. And register, we can leave it on forgot password. So maybe you come to this place, from register you can click on forgot password. It takes you, it opens the forgot password page, and then you can reset your password. So now I'm just gonna go to register. Yeah, in here, just replace this with forgot password. Copy it and forgot password. And then you can delete this. File and save all, and then go to your web browser. Yeah, so it's okay. Now, if you don't want this on a straight line, you can break it down. So what I'm going to do, let me break it down. Just put I need two on the same section, so these two, I'm gonna put them on a different div. So I'm gonna say div and then put them inside. File, save. Close the space if you want. Makes no difference. Yeah, so this is it. Now you can put margin top like we did the other time. Margin top and margin bottom. You can put margin bottom on this div. This is margin top. You can put margin top and also margin bottom. If you put margin bottom, it's gonna push this second div down. However, if you put margin top on this, it's gonna push it down as well. So in here, you can come and say margin bottom 16px. Go to file, go to save all. Now check your page. So this is it. It has given us some margins. Now so you can put margin bottom here, or you can put margin top here. So let me add something. We need confirm password. Copy all of this. So we need to put confirm password. So the password is gonna be twice. Confirm password. And then this type password, yeah, this is fine. And I'm gonna take this button down. I'm gonna take it down. File, save all, and then I'm gonna check out my page. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so it's well arranged. Now I need to put a margin top on this div, or a margin bottom on this div, or a margin top on this register. So I'll come here, I'll say style, margin bottom, let me make it 20px. File and save all. Yeah, here you go. So this doesn't have to be inside the div. So on this lecture, we've created our login page. We've also created our register page. So this is how to use Material UI to quickly create pages, and we're gonna create more advanced pages when we do our services page, create account. This create, I don't like it. Let's make it add new employee. So we're gonna understand what we're doing. We are looking at it. So go to your components, and then in create.js, I'll just call it it's called create. No, this is I can change. I can leave everything like this. But I'll go to my navi.txt and change the create, to add new employee. This is it. Instead of create, I'm gonna make add new employee and file save. And then I go to my page. So here you go, add new employee. It's much more better. About, nothing much, services, and then let me check. Yeah, I think this is enough for these lectures, and then on our next lectures we're gonna have, we're gonna have add new skill, add new department, and all the rest, so let me see. Let me go to our departments models.py, go to department. So we can quickly do this for this lecture. So departments, we'll create the components. I'll go to my front end components. I'll say new file. I'll call it departments. Like, I can use JS, I can use JSX, I can use TSX, but I'm just gonna go with JSX. A file or folder department.js already exists at this location. Oh, I already have department. So let me see. Where is it? Department here. So we already have department. This is it, but nothing in here. So just go to create, copy all this code, go to department.jsx, and you paste it. I'm gonna call this department. It has to start with a capital. I'm gonna copy this and put it here. Department, add new departments, add new department. Now the next thing you need to do is copy this, go to your app.js to create the routes, and then you import it from here. You say import department from dot components / departments, and then in here you create the routes. Just copy this, paste it. Route equals, I'm gonna call it depth, and then I'm gonna call this department, just like we have here, this department that we imported. Now the next thing we need to do is you need to go to your navi.txt to add the icon. So I'm just gonna copy any of this, I'll paste it, and then I'm gonna call this depth. This is the parts, and then copy this as well, selected, it should go to depth, and then add new departments, and then the icon, I need an icon, so I'm gonna go material UI icon, so yeah, I'm just gonna I'll go to the icon page, icon, material icons. Then I'm gonna search for departments, department, I don't have anything department, so I'm just gonna type add. Yeah, we can use add. I can copy this, just copy something that is gonna represent what you're trying to add, and then I'll paste it here. Add this add comment icon, scroll down to the department, add new department, and I'll change this icon. And then why is it showing error? List icon, oh, it's supposed to be here. Add new comment icon, go to file, save. Yeah, so now I need to go to my web browser and then go to my Python and React. So this is it, add new department. add new employee, add new department. Yeah, it's okay. When you click on it, it goes to add new department, add new employee. So let's design this page very quickly. Add new department. So I'll go to my models.py, and for my department we have department name, department code, department head, description. We don't need created at and updated at because these are automatic fields. Once you try to add a new department and you click on save, it picks the current date and time and save into the database. So we just need name of department, department code, department head, and department description. Now one of the easiest way we can do this, just go to your register.js. It becomes easy when you've created a few pages. You can just copy the pages that you've already created and just make minor modification and everything is gonna be done. So here we go. I'm gonna copy register and then I'm gonna go to departments and then I'm gonna paste the code in here. Just click on file and save all, so everything is gonna be indented first. Then remember we need to import all the buttons that we use. So go back to register and import all of these three. Go to departments, go to the top and then you paste it here. And then go to file, go to save all this error is gonna go. Now the first field we need is here we have enter your email. So go to your models.py to know the name. We call it name of department. So not email, is gonna be name of department. So departments and then enter the name of the department. Yeah, and then the next field is gonna be models.py department code. Department code. Go back to the models, department code, and department head and description. Departments. So I'm just gonna duplicate this. Department head. I'm gonna duplicate this. Department description. And then click on file and save all. So we're gonna check it out. Go to your web browser. Oh, here you go. So this is it. Add new department. So we have enter the name of the department. This is a little bit long. Department code, department head. We can increase the size of this text box, but I don't want to do it. If I increase it, that means we need to increase the others to make everything uniform. So I'll rather reduce the length of this text. However, if you click on it, it shows everything. So another thing we need to do, our drawer is blocking some part of this text box. Now the easiest way to do it is to break it 3 in each line. So yeah, I'm just gonna, here we have 1 2 3 4. I have 4. I'm gonna move this, copy this, and then I'm gonna put it in the next div. Go to file and save all. I'll check it out now. Yeah, it's beautiful now. So enter. Yeah, everything is alright. And then I register. I don't need forgot password here for whatever reason. So Instead, I'm gonna have add new employee here, because while creating a department, you can, just from this page, you can just navigate to add new employee. You don't need to come here, to click on it, so I'm gonna change this forgot password to add new employee. Now I'm on my department. I'm gonna change say add new employee, and then the link is not gonna be register, rather it's gonna be, I'll go to my app.js. It's gonna be create. This is what we used for our add new employee. So I'm gonna go to department and then change this to create. Go to file and click on save all. And then when it finished compiling, I'll go to my web browser, and here you go, add new employee. So when I click on this, it takes me to add new employee. So we've come to the end of our lectures for today. I've shown you how to use Material UI, which is a UI component, developed by Google, to create your user interface, a basic user interface. And then we've created our login page. We've created our register page. We've also created our add new department. So in our next lecture, we're gonna design the rest of the pages and make this more beautiful and more interactive. So I'm gonna see you again in the coming days. Do make sure to like my videos and subscribe to my channel, so that once I post a new video, you're gonna receive notification, and then you will follow along. In this tutorial, we're using the most in-demand and the most versatile programming languages to build application. And I'm teaching you how to build application. I'm teaching you programming language by building applications, which is the most effective way to learn programming. So we're using Python and JavaScript, which are the most in-demand, the most versatile, and the most widely used programming language in the world right now. And yeah, after we've completed this employee record management system, we're gonna go ahead and build a very beautiful, robust, and dynamic web application, which is gonna be a learning management system that is gonna work like Udemy and Coursera, where lecturers can upload, create their courses, and then students can go in there, buy those courses, follow up with the course, do their assignments, get their certification at the completion of their course, and it's gonna be big, and it's gonna be one of its kind on the internet, because I'm gonna be using React and Python, to create the web version of the application. We're gonna use the same source code, but with React native to build the mobile version of the application, and then we're gonna use the same source code with to build the desktop version as well, and include Electron. So check out my channel. I have some couple of playlists. I have Python and Django tutorial building web app that has the functionality of Uber, Airbnb, and Booking.com, where users can register on our platform, and also individuals and organizations can register on the platform. Hotels can register, list their rooms, list their menus. Drivers can register on the platform and register as drivers, and then users can book a taxi, book a cab with them. We're using Python, Django, and HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript to build this application. While on this playlist, we're using React for our front end, and then we're using Python and Django for the backend, including Django Rest Framework. And then I have another playlist, where I'm teaching Git and version control, and I will advise you to follow along this video. A lot of people make the mistake of not learning Git and version control, but you can never have a good job without knowing Git and version control, and you need to learn it concurrently, because most of the IT job, they are remote. How are you going to collaborate with people if you don't know Git and version control? And on my utility lessons, I'm going to be teaching Docker and Kubernetes. I'm going to be teaching desktop application development using PyQt and PySide, I'm gonna be teaching Python, by building console-based applications, games, and all the rest. I'm gonna be teaching Java. I'm gonna be teaching C# and ASP.NET, and I'm also gonna be teaching main stack. So yeah, where we're gonna be using Express.js, we'll use React.js, MongoDB, to create a web application. So thank you very much, and subscribe to my channel, and then I'll see you again in the coming days. Thank you very much, and see you again. Bye bye.